purpose. And she asked the question of whether or not we should support corporations or even small companies that use money or fund politicians that disagree with our own political beliefs, okay? So she gives a couple examples. There's Curves, which is the gym for women. Curves actually donated money to an anti-abortion group. And people are now asking the question of whether or not they should continue being members of Curves if they're, donating money to anti-abortion groups. There's also Chik-fil-a, which is a delicious chicken restaurant.
Is it good? I've never been there.
Chick-fil-A is delicious.
All right, well, I'll check it out, unless what I hear now makes me not check it out.
Except they donate money to religious groups that are against same-sex marriage. So all of a sudden you have delicious chicken restaurant, but then you have conflicting feelings about it because it's a company that is giving money to something that you do not believe in, something that you really disagree with. And then there's the whole example of Tom's, which is a shoe company. And here's the interesting thing about Tom's. So they sell shoes that are, there's no, what do you call it? Sweatshops involved, shoes made in the United States, and they also donate shoes to poor children throughout the world, okay? So it's a good company, they have a good message. But the founder of Tom's agreed to do a radio interview with, what do you call it? Focus on the Family. So Change.org had this whole thing on their website about it. They're, basically holding Tom's accountable for agreeing to have an interview with Focus on the Family, which is a hateful organization.
Right, very, yeah. Okay, as you know, I come out of the business world, right? But I also come out of like the, not really, sort of the 60s. I mean, I was young, but that whole thing. Back when there was this big split, the hippies and then the straight people, right? And the hippies hated the straight people, and the straight people hated the hippies. Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken was still alive. He was an old man, and he's a Southerner, and you figure he's probably very right-wing and all that. And a writer for Rolling Stone, who at the time was probably 22 and had hair down to here, sat next to him on the plane. And he said, "Colonel Sanders, what do you think of the hippies?" And Colonel Sanders stopped for a second and said, well, he said, "They eat chicken, don't they?" Meaning, I'm not going to say anything that's going to make any of my customers angry. Because what I do for a living is sell chicken. I don't comment on hippies or long hair or the war in Vietnam. I sell chicken for a living, and I'm not going to do anything to hurt my company by mouthing off about fried chicken. And one other quick story. When I was still in the business world, when Bush first got elected, and I went there with my boss and a few other people, he spoke at the Chamber of Commerce in New Jersey. So about 6 of us from my company went. Not a lot of people there. It was interesting. It was before 9/11. And he was going on about how he was going to give a tax break to rich people. And this reporter, who turned out to be Dana Milbank, came and sat down with us and said, "Hey, you mind if I ask you guys some questions about what the president said? Do you support his policy?" And I was the only one who had the common sense to duck the question. "Do you support this tax break for people who are making a good income?" And my answer, which was in the Washington Post, was, "I haven't looked at the policy implications, but I've figured out how I'm going to spend the money." I was just like trying to pass it off with a joke, right? The other guys, like, all of a sudden got into this like right-wing rants and got in a lot of trouble. So I guess my point is, whatever happened to the old days when you just did your business if you were doing your business. Now, I don't object to business people having political opinions or being politically active on the left or the right, but if you do, I don't object to people saying, I don't want to support that business. Tom Donahue, or whatever his name is, who owns Domino's Pizza, big right-winger. I don't patronize Domino's Pizza. Well, it also is bad pizza, but
I heard they improved significantly, but I haven't tried yet.
I will never know. But I just so I probably wouldn't patronize these businesses, and I don't see why that's bad.
Right.
Is it bad for me?
No, I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all. In fact, you're indirectly supporting their cause if you are giving them money through their business. So let's say you don't believe in what the owner of Domino's Pizza does. If you continue buying their pizza, you're voting with your dollar.
Right.
So I am in favor of not contributing money to these companies if you are against whatever political stance they have. T-Mobile's great selection of tablets, laptop sticks, and their new mobile hotspot allows you to stay connected to the internet on the go. Affordable high-speed internet when and where you want it, without the overages. Mobile broadband data plans start as low as $29.99 a month, and current T-Mobile voice customers save an additional 20%. Create your own personal hotspot on the go with T-Mobile 4G Mobile Hotspot. Get high-speed internet on up to 5 Wi-Fi devices, laptops, tablets, music players, gaming devices, and more. 4G capable with speeds up to 21 megabits. With the mobile hotspot from T-Mobile, you can share the power of America's largest 4G network. With devices like this, you can use T-Mobile's high-speed internet on the go.